You know those videos where people collect every single block in Minecraft just to store them in a giant museum? Yeah, those videos are pretty cool, but what if instead of a museum, you dug a giant hole and recreated SKYGRID with every block in the game and challenge yourself to beat it in your 4,000 day hardcore world? Now that would be pretty cool. So first, I need to find a location to dig this hole. And I think this area right here should be pretty decent, because if we dig down right here, we should have ourselves a cheeky little end portal, which we're going to use as the center of the SKYGRID. So first, let's build the outline of the hole. And yeah, this thing is 272 by 272. So yeah, pretty big. Pretty big. And to clear a hole of this size, we're gonna need a better machine than this. Yeah, this time we need a world eater. But eating worlds is pretty complicated, so let me explain how it works. A world eater is essentially a big automatic flying TNT machine that digs holes Stanley Yelnats would be proud of. But for it to work properly, you first need to dig trenches on each edge of the perimeter. But luckily, you can use TNT machines for this too. So now we have to build the trenchers, which are basically just flying machines that automatically lower themselves down. Oh yeah, there we go. And the cool thing about this machine is that it should also create a smooth wall. Not that we really need a smooth wall, but I guess it's nice to have. Yeah, we just gotta check these every once in a while for water. Sorry, glow squids. You were gonna get blown up by TNT anyways, so... But otherwise, we just wait for them to reach the bedrock. Dude, these trenches with the smooth wall is actually so clean. Like, just look at it, man. It looks beautiful. But now it's time to build the World Eater. Okay, that's one half of this thing done. Now we gotta do the return stations on the other side. Don't know how people come up with this stuff, man, but it should be ready to go if I press this note block. Hopefully everything works correctly. The TNT is dropping down and the sweepers at the bottom are going in. Bro, that is terrifying. Imagine just seeing that coming towards you. It's GG. What are you supposed to do? But time to sit back and do absolutely nothing. Well, until we reach the end portal, that's where we're gonna run into a couple of problems. But as it turns out, I would run into problems long before reaching the end portal. So this entire machine is basically broken now, and yeah, I don't know how to fix it because I don't know how to do redstone and I don't know how flying machines work, so I think my only solution is to rebuild this whole thing. So yeah, if this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna cry because that took so long. Well, we'll see if everything runs smoothly until we hit the end portal at least. Yeah, we have been stopped by the end portal. Now normally what you do with these obstructions is you break them, but we can't do that because I don't want to break this end portal. So what we have to do is rebuild the machine, and now the machine should have no problem just going under the end portal. Alright, we should be good to go until we reach bedrock. Although occasionally I am going to be stopping the machine just to mine diamonds, because if I'm destroying this whole place, I may as well get rich while I'm doing it, which was definitely worth it, by the way. But yeah, now we have to break all the bedrock, and this is actually going to be pretty easy because you see there's this command called /fill. Of course, I'm not going to use that because it's cheating. So yeah, what you're seeing right now, it's just a texture pack. But if we fly to the middle and change our render distance down to 4, yeah, this should work. And before we start collecting every block, we first need to lay the foundation of the SKYGRID map, which, if you are not familiar with, is essentially millions of one-block platforms, each 3 blocks apart. But for this challenge, the map is unfortunately restricted to a size of 89 by 89, because any bigger, and well, it wouldn't be very realistic. Bruh. Okay, slight issue. I don't have any dirt left. We're not even 2 layers in. I need a block that's easy to farm and also easy to break. Oh, maybe Skulk could work pretty well. So let's just farm some Skulk blocks real quick. Each shulker box of Skulk that we get is 1 layer on the SKYGRID. So we're probably gonna need like 20 shulker boxes. So yeah, we should be good to finish this thing off now. Alright, the SKYGRID foundation is complete, which means we can now move on to phase 2, collecting every single block in the game. And to make this easier for myself, I decided to spend 4 hours categorizing every block in Minecraft. So first we'll start by collecting all the wood types, and for each wood type there's a total of 15 blocks that can be made. But I'm sure you guys are already seeing a problem with this, and that is the fact that we can't place all these blocks in our SKYGRID. So for the SKYGRID, we're only going to be using blocks that can be placed freely in the air. But I am still going to be collecting every single block in the game just to add them to this block museum, because like I said, block museums are pretty cool. So with that problem out the way, let's continue collecting all the wood types. So let's grab ourselves some spruce, some birch, which by the way I don't actually think is very ugly, I'm just a sheep. You know what block is ugly though? Jungle. Jungle is just yeah. But anyways, all we need now is acacia, dark oak, mangrove, cherry, and pale.
Hello there.
What the heck? That reminds me, actually, I need a creaking heart as well. I'm just gonna take it from this tree, and now we just need bamboo and the nether woods. But now that we have all the wood types, we can craft all the different wood blocks and place them in. Honestly, the most annoying part is probably just figuring out where to put each block. A million options and my indecisive ass still struggles to pick somewhere. But with wood also comes leaves, so let's add all these in. Bish, bash, bosh, mate. So next up is all the natural / surface blocks, which is your stuff like grass, podzol, dirt, and all the other dirts. But then we've also got mycelium, as well as mud, and all the mud variants. Bang. Now we need to grab all these sand blocks, and there's a lot of them. There's sand, sandstone, sandstone stairs, sandstone slabs, sandstone walls. Oh, what the hell? There was a treasure chest here? That's a random find. So there are 11 sandy blocks in the game, but then you've also got all the red ones too. And to place the sand in, we're going to do a neat trick with some string, which should allow us to just place the sand without it falling. And we're also going to be doing this for gravel and any other block that's affected by gravity. And yes, I will be collecting suspicious sand and gravel along with some other unobtainable blocks later in the episode. All we need now is the moss block, the pale moss block, and the carpets too. Then we also need clay, snow, and powdered snow, which is probably going to be the death of me later because you fall right through it. But next is the stones category. So we'll start by collecting all the actual blocks like stone, then some cobblestone. Then we can fly over to this spruce forest for mossy cobble, where I think this is my first time finding a black wolf. Hello buddy. And for the next ones, I think we can probably just find them all in this hole. Ow. Now how the hell do I get crying obsidian? Is there a ruined portal here perchance? You can't just say perchance. Hey, we actually found one. Give me that crying obsidian, mate. Wait, I'm an idiot. I should have been taking these stone brick blocks from the ruined portals, because obviously I need them for the SKYGRID. Although I think I'm still missing the mossy stone brick. Yes, I am. Luckily, I was able to find that pretty easily from this underwater monument. What I couldn't find so easily though was calcite, and after searching far and wide, I would soon find something beyond my expectations. Okay, Dude, here I was flying around in a windswept hills biome, and by sheer luck I found a deep slate emerald ore. Well, that saves me a lot of time later. I don't know how I managed to find it just by looking down there. I swear I'm not x-raying, guys, I swear. But I couldn't find calcite, so we're just gonna cheat and take it from the chest. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about resin bricks. I just kind of enjoy beating trees as well, like it's pretty satisfying.
Help me!
And that is every stone related block in the game. But of course, a lot of these blocks also have stairs, slabs, walls, which I've just spent 10 minutes crafting all these. But yeah, now we have to place all these blocks in, which is gonna take a very long time. And let's not even talk about editing all these blocks into this thing. Yep, can confirm, editing this episode was a pain. Literally, my right arm is hurting after making this one. But something you may have noticed is that I've only been placing one of every single block, which will definitely not be enough to fill in the entire SKYGRID. And my solution for that? Well, we'll get to that later. Wait, I think I forgot chiseled tough blocks. Yeah, I did not craft those before. Apparently there's also chiseled tough bricks, which yes, there actually is, okay. And something else I forgot was to ask you guys to subscribe, because according to YouTube, only 4.7% of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you're enjoying the video, make sure to join that 4.7% and help me reach my goal of 100k before 2026. Nice. Now back to the video. Alright, and I think these resin blocks are the last blocks we have to add in. So, kaboom! You can definitely see a SKYGRID starting to form with all the blocks we're placing in.
Are you sure about that?
Now it's time to move on to the ores, which was supposed to be a difficult category with an epic build up to the Deep Slate Emerald ore, but obviously we just went and found that randomly. Yeah, thanks Deep Slate Emerald ore, you ruined absolutely everything. You bastard.
What is it me for?
So yeah, let's just speed through this category. We've got all the ores. Now we've also got the raw ore blocks, which if you didn't know, you can just craft with the raw ores. Then we've also got all the actual ore blocks, like a block of coal, block of iron, block of gold, block of redstone, block of lapis, block of diamond, block of emerald, block of amethyst. And it pains me to have to say this, but a block of netherite. The rules are the rules, the game is the game. I'll be coming back for you, mate. Also, all the nether ores too. And that should be every single ore. Well, except for one. Because this ore is so useless that it doesn't even deserve to be put into the SKYGRID. You know, I'm talking about this ugly piece of poo. So there's obviously all the copper ores, but then there's also another 9 copper blocks. Doesn't seem like much, right? But then there's also 4 different levels of oxidization, and on top of that you can wax all 4 levels of oxidization. This is gonna get really confusing. Yeah, this is I'm confused already. What the heck. Wait, can these blocks hurry up and oxidize? Same blue balls, this is blue blocks. What is going on? Hallelujah, every block has oxidized. And for the SKYGRID, we can't place any of these ones in because they will just keep oxidizing. So we can only do the fully oxidized copper and the wax blocks. And I almost forgot, I've also got to do the copper ores. And to finish off the stones, we're going to pay the Warden a visit. I'm here to bust your kneecaps, Warden. Wait, do wardens even have knees? Surely they have knees, right? But let's grab some of the sensor blocks and the shrieker blocks. Then we also need the vines. No, we should get a catalyst from killing the warden. That would be fun. And your warden's home. Hello? Oh, he is home. It's good to know. Oh, there's one right there. What the heck? Okay, I don't like this. I don't know where I am. Warden, I'm sorry. I was just kidding. I've folded under 0 pressure. Wait, he can't even get to me. He's stuck. That's unlucky, mate. I guess I'll be taking both your kneecaps. And he's dead. All that for a sculpt catalyst, mate. Worth it. And if we go down here to collect some of the amethyst crystals. Wait, there was calcite here the whole time. But yeah, now we can make a calibrated sculk sensor too. And that completes all the sculk blocks. And now we can move on to the ocean. Starting with the most ocean block there is, water. And that's going to be a bit of a problem. But what if there was a way to fix this? Well, if we remove all the sculk and then place some pistons in, and now if we connect all these pistons with slime blocks, we should be able to use a sneaky trick called update suppression, where if we now break all the redstone powering the pistons, what we should be left with in the end is a floating water that is very strange to look at. And this is also how we're going to add lava to the SKYGRID eventually when we get to the nether section. But now we can move on to the actual ocean blocks. So first we need to find a sea temple. Oh, Bing pot. So now we can mine prismarine. Oh, there it is. Ah, you big ugly fish. Now I need some milk. Oh, there's a big cow. I'm not talking about your mother. Way. Sorry, I'm just kidding. That was kind of rude. Alright, now we can get prismarine. Now let's come to the coral reef and grab every single coral block. We need 2 of each because there's the alive coral and then there's also the dead coral. Unless you can place it next to floating water. Okay, never mind, it still dies. Oh, and actually, I just realized we can place in a block that I couldn't before. We can now add farmland because that water should wet this grass. Is that the right term? Oh yeah, there it is. Some wet dirt, mate. Now let's add all the prismarine stuff in. Not sure what a prismarine stuffing is. Do not try that for Thanksgiving. Now if we smelt 9 kelp, we can make a dried kelp block. This is my first time making this, I think. Let's add that in right there. Now I need to find some turtles. Breed these guys up. Let these guys do their thing. And let this guy do his thing. And I will be taking... Oh, you fat ass. Oh, it's a good thing there's another 4 turtles right here. And now I need to kill some drown to get some nautilus shells. Wait, this guy's got a trident and a nautilus shell. Give me. Oh, we actually got both as well. What the heck? I feel like that's kind of rare. I have no idea. With this and the hard to see we got, we can now make a conduit. And those are all the ocean blocks collected. Nice. Oh, you've got to be joking me. There we go. We won't step on those ones this time. Now it's time to collect all the plant blocks. But the problem here is there's only about 8 blocks we can actually place in. For the rest of the plants, which there are so many by the way, it took me like an hour to collect all these. We're just going to be dumping these into chests around the SKYGRID map. And we're also going to be doing that with the blocks we couldn't place before, which is also why the counter has jumped up 100 times. So before you guys come at me for not actually collecting every block, yes, I am collecting every single block, okay? So now we can move on to the colored blocks. These are going to be the most colorful montages ever. First we need all the wools, which we can just grab from the sheep farm. Some of these sheep are sleeping on the job though. What are you doing, mate?
I don't know what I'm doing!
Now it's time for a huge crafting montage, because we need one of every colored terracotta. Oh, but there's also all the glazed terracotta. I never realized how cool some of these glazed terracotta looked. Man, this looks like some demonic owl or something. What is that black terracotta? Now we need all the concretes and the powders. And we gotta do all the stained glass and the stained glass panes. This is pain to craft all these. Oh, I can't forget about tinted glass either. I think that is probably the first time I've ever made that as well. Next is all the shulker boxes, which are kind of painful to add in because they're pretty useful. Then we need one of every candle. And finally we just need the beds and the banners, which we can't really add into the SKYGRID because it kind of breaks the 3-block rule. I mean, I guess we could do it, but it just looks a bit weird. Okay, wait, I forgot about the ominous banner as well. That's very important. Yeah, we just added a world of color to this SKYGRID. Dude, we still have so many gaps to like place blocks though, oh my god. But we still have a good few categories to go, and the next one is all the utility blocks, which is stuff like the crafting table, chest, trap chest, furnace, blast furnace, smoker, jukebox, note block, bookshelf. Yeah, you guys get the idea. Time to spam the rest of these things in. Wait, I should have just used a stone cutter before. What was I doing? That would have made crafting stuff so much easier. I'm an idiot. The anvils actually have 3 different types, because you've got the fully repaired one. We also need the chipped one, which I need to actually make this anvil chipped real quick. So yeah, that makes a chipped anvil. And then there's also the fully damaged anvil. Next, we gotta do the enchant table, the ender chest, and the beacon. I'm also gonna include the bee's nest, the beehive, the honey blocks, the 3 frog lights, and also the cobweb, which yeah, these aren't really utility blocks, but I don't know what other category to put them in. So I don't know why I jumped into this cobweb. Let me out. And all these blocks we'll just put into chests. The next category is redstone, which are also kind of utility blocks, but they're slightly different, I guess. Alright, that should be all the redstone blocks too. Although these blocks we can't place in either for obvious reasons. And that is all the overworld categories we have. So now let's move on to the nether categories. I feel like I'm saying categories really weird. I don't know how the right way to say it is. And the nether only has 5 different biomes, so I guess we'll just collect the blocks based on that. Start with the Soul Sand Valley, which just has soul soil, soul sand, and also bone blocks. Then we come to the warp forest. We'll grab the warped wart block, the warped nilium, and a shroom light. This has to be the slowest way anyone has ever mined a shroom light. Why I'm not just building up, I don't know. And then we can grab the crimson version of those blocks as well. We of course have just the regular nether waste, which has netherrack and glowstone. Okay, there we go, glowstone. And then last is the basalt biome, which has magma, basalt, and blackstone. Oh, what am I doing? And blackstone. Now we just need the blocks from these structures, and that should be all the nether blocks. And what we're going to do with the nether and end dimension blocks is put those at the bottom of the sky grid. I don't think I've ever made cracked nether bricks either. It actually looks kind of cool. I've never seen this block before. What the hell? Wait, I forgot about all the quartz blocks. Ah, yeah, man. And last but not least, we need the floating lava. And you guys already know the next dimension is the end, which luckily there's really not that many blocks. It's literally just the end stone blocks, the purple blocks, the end rod. That is gonna hurt to jump on later. Big spiky thing going straight up me. And the end crystal, which, how do I place this in? How to place an end crystal. Oh, it can only be placed on bedrock. Then the last end block is the dragon egg, which I actually don't know where my dragon egg is. Oh wait, I think it's at my deep dark dimension. Just have to hope that there isn't a warden over here. Yep, there's the dragon egg, so grab that. Wait, are there still wardens down here? Oh, yep, there's two down there. Oh god, where am I? I don't know where I am. Oh yikes, get me out this place. And we'll place this smack bang above the portal. That looks pretty cool. Now we are onto the really rare blocks. The first of which are all the mob heads. And despite seeing many thunderstorms throughout this episode, I never thought to save any charge creepers for now. Yep, I am stupid. So while we wait for a thunderstorm, I decided to make myself useful and start filling in the entire sky grid. Guys, the sky grid is forming. We're finally getting to that stage where I'm actually breaking Skulk. Alright, I've finished the bottom 5 levels of this sky grid, and we still haven't got a thunderstorm, so I guess we may as well just start filling in the top levels now, which we're just going to be filling with leftover blocks and common stuff like dirt, and also this heavy core, because I forgot to put it in before. Holy buster rhyme. Okay, I'm basically done with this sky grid. There's only 46 netherrack blocks left to replace, and I still haven't got a thunderstorm. Zeus just does not care, man. So at this point, I'm just gonna grab the piglin head we already have. Honestly, majority of the blocks I collected in this episode I already had, but me just going through my chests wouldn't be a very entertaining episode. And there's one last head we need to collect, which is not the player head, although we will be getting that soon. It is the dried ghast, which got added in the 1.21.6 update. So I need to update to that version. Wait, is that what we need right there? I think it is. Look at this dude. Why does he look so grumpy? Yeah, I think I just have to find a new Soul Sand Valley. Is this a new Soul Sand Valley? I don't think this is a new biome. Oh, wait. What? How? There is no way there's a diamond skeleton in the nether. How is... Hold up. Where's my name tag? Bob Skeleton. Get in the boat. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'll be bringing this guy back to my museum eventually. I was just looking for a dried ghast head, mate, and I found a diamond skeleton. What is that luck? Okay, I'm pretty sure these are new chunks because the lava's flowing. Oh, is that one? That is one. George, that'll be his name. Okay, that is every skull added to the sky grid, which means we're down to the final category, which is the unattainable blocks. Starting with the suspicious sand and gravel, because you see, normally if you try and mine a suspicious gravel, it just disappears. But if you use this one method of creating a bubble column, and then let the gravel fall into the bubble column, it should bounce around a couple times, and soon after it should break. Please. There it is, suspicious gravel. The other method to get these blocks is to let them fall through a cobweb. So we just let this thing fall through. So how is your guys' day doing? Boom, there it is. So let's add these in. Bop and plop. Next block we need is the monster spawner, which I have from a couple episodes ago. But then we also need the end portal frame and bedrock, which obviously we can't get in this version. So hello to beta 1.9 pre-release 4. You guys may recognize this world from when I got the end portal frames, which is actually the reason I'm back in this version, because I've got some leftover ones, and now we just need to get bedrock. So I collected some blaze rods, some ender pearls, and some gas tears. And by collected, I of course mean duped. And now we are in version 15W47C, the snapshot where collecting bedrock is actually possible. We first just need to kill the ender dragon. Okay, we should be able to get him right now, come on. I missed. What was that shot? Yes, that took so long, dude. I'm never using a regular bow again. Now we can try and get ourselves some bedrock. But first we place an end crystal here, and then we respawn the ender dragon as usual. But instead of laying a respawn, we blow up the crystal, and now there's a 1 in 6 chance that when I go through this portal, there'll be a bedrock on the other side. As soon as I skip the credits. Okay, there is no bedrock here, that's just great. And it is for that exact reason that I've made a backup. So let's just try again. Come on. Hey, there it is. The bedrock. Oh my god. Dude, we got bedrock in survival. What is this? So now we just have to bring them back to our world, which we can do by putting these in a chest in the end and transferring this end dimension into our hardcore world. So if we make our way to the end, we should just be able to grab the end portal frames and bedrock. Oh my, there it is. But we are not done here because there's still a couple of illegal blocks we have to get. And this time we need to head into the 1 block at a time snapshot, a version where, as the name suggests, you can only hold 1 block at a time.
What the heck?
And one important feature we can take advantage of is that Enderman can hold and place any block in the game. And we all know where there is an abundance of Endermen. Welcome to 1 block at a time, ladies and gentlemen. First thing we need to do is find ourselves a ruins portal, because being in the game entirely depends on us getting to the nether. Oh, okay, there's a ruins portal right over there. Okay, we just have to finish this portal, so let's break this crying obsidian. This is gonna take so long with my fist. Yes, oh my god, that took so long, dude. Now I have to break this obsidian too. So let's go ahead and pop this down right there. Now we just need 1 more obsidian right there. And actually we got a fire charge from the chest, which I think we can just use to activate the portal. And now that we've unlocked the nether, all we have to do is find a nether fortress. Because weirdly, in this snapshot, this is where you find end portal frames.
Huh?
Okay, we have secured 1 end portal frame. Now we just need 11 more. This is gonna take so long, dude. And luckily for you guys, I won't make you endure the pain and suffering I had to go through for these end portal frames. Because yeah, it took me hours to get these. So if I can get this end portal frame in the right orientation, this portal should activate. That is not right. No, no, no. Yes. Come on. Oh, landed in the wrong spot. Okay, come on. It didn't work. And if I just place it down normally? No. Come on. Oh, it actually worked. Well, we're not going to jump in there yet because we need a skeleton and a chicken. Skeleton, come here with your big googly eyes. Go. Come here, chicken. Boom. You are the chosen one.
What?
And we throw him into the end as well. No, no, no. Oh my god. Oh, what a clutch. And hopefully these guys should be here. Yes, let's grab the skeleton, grab the chicken, and now we've got ourselves a flying bow and arrow. It's time to destroy these crystals. And 10, that is every crystal destroyed. Okay, now we gotta kill the ender dragon. Okay, come on. Oh no. Yes, we've done it. We've jumped onto the dragon. What the heck? We can control it just by looking around. This is actually so cool. But to kill the ender dragon, we're just gonna ride straight into the void. What just happened? What the heck? Wait, I've got a dragon in the overworld. Okay, well at least now there is no more ender dragon in the end. So we can just sit and wait for the enderman to drop our illegal blocks. Okay, surely enough time has passed. There's already 1 block we need right there. There's a command block there, and there's also the green one over there. Wait, I just found the barrier as well. That was extremely lucky. So to actually pick up the blocks, we have to place a dropper, and then we can use a button to make the block just fall into it. And now I should be able to pick it up if I walk into it. Oh, there it is. So let's grab all the other blocks we need. Wait, what the hell is this block? Can I break this? Oh, I can. Does it keep the effect as well? Oh my god, it does. Okay, I'm gonna bring this with me as well. I've got no idea what this block is, but it looks cool. So we've got every block set up with a dropper and a button. So to bring these back, we'll press all these buttons. Well, we won't actually pick up the block this time. And then we'll do the same trick of transferring this end dimension into our hardcore world. So hopefully all these blocks should be here. Yes. The barrier block, the commands block, the structure block, the budding amethyst as well, and then also the player head. Oh my, I am Steve. Dude, this is so crazy to look at in my inventory. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to place all these blocks into our SKYGRID. Firstly, because I physically can't place some of these blocks, like this command block just won't go in, but also because I have a special place reserved for all of these blocks. So I'm only going to be placing the end portal frame and the player head. So we have now collected every single block in the game, which means it's time to play SKYGRID as soon as I break 18,000 skulk. Honestly though, this is pretty fun. And also very satisfying. Well, you know, this is a good way to practice my jumps as well. Make sure I don't die later when I play. Alright, there we go. Oh dude, I'm actually excited to play this. This is gonna be fun. So we'll put all of our stuff in a chest in the end. Now we'll fly over to the middle, turn our render distance down, chuck the elytra and rocket away, and here we go. It's time to play SKYGRID. So you're probably wondering how I'm gonna get out of this alive. Well, there are 12 Eyes of Ender hidden around the map. And to escape, we have to collect all of them and activate the end portal. So I'm not gonna start looking for those just yet. I think should probably try and get some wood first. There we go, spruce wood. Let me craft that into some planks. I'm also gonna need to start getting some food because I'm already starving. Let's go ahead and grab this hay bale. There's easy bread. I'm kind of nervous, man, I can't lie. Like, this is a bit scary to just be one jump away from death, but my first priority is to get a water bucket because I think that's gonna be probably the most helpful thing. I need to start collecting blocks as well. And wool, even if I want to make a bed. And there's actually just raw iron here, which we'll take. Or actually, I guess I could try and get an iron block, which I've just seen. That is so lucky. Give me this. Okay, we can make a water bucket. Thank God. Yes, there's no way I die now, right? Surely. Let's make a bed. Let's get all these random blocks down. Look at that, mate. We've got a little base set up. You know what? I guess I may as well make some armor, right? Oh, wait. Maybe I should have made an iron pickaxe. I could have got diamonds. That would have been way better. And I've just seen a furnace. Oh my god. Okay, let's cook this iron. Okay, we can make ourselves an iron pickaxe. Alright, let's go for some diamonds. Boom. I wonder where the diamond block is. That would be very helpful. Is there anything in this chest for me? A bunch of doors. Nice. Another diamond right here though. And another one. And I've also spotted another hay bale. Oh dude, oh my god. Note to self, don't waterlog slabs and stuff. What's in this chest, mate? Oh, finally, we found an Eye of Ender. Is there anything in there? Oh, nice. Dude, we're actually on a roll. We're on a roll. Oh my dude, this is actually crazy. We're finding so many Eyes of Ender now. Oh, there's another water right there. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Noise. Oh, that farmland is gonna die now. Oh well. Got bigger things to worry about than farmland dying. Like getting some Eyes of Ender. There we go. Look at me go, mate. I'm so confident I'm not even using water anymore. Anything? Oh, there's 5. You know what? Let's get ourselves a lava bucket. Give me that. This should work, right? Please? Yes. I'm turning this into a skyblock challenge right now. What is going on? What I might do is go down to the end portal and just make a platform down there. This should be good enough, I hope. Let's see if we can get some chests down here now. Anything? Yes, there we go. Can you guys tell I'm nervous? Because I'm very nervous. Come on. Yes, there's another one. Oh, the Eyes of Ender can also be in shulker boxes. I've just remembered. There's another one though. So let's get... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. My heart just jumped out of my chest. How did I fail a 2-block jump? Okay, what I wanted to say was let's get some water to the top of the map. There are a couple barrels up here that I would like to check. It is turning nighttime though, so I should probably get back to my base. Let's check this barrel. Nothing. My palms are sweaty, man. Knees weak, arms are heavy. Got an iron chestplate on my chest already. Holy bars. One place we haven't checked is the end bit, but it's kind of spooky down there. Okay, yep, I was right. There's one there. Before you guys think I'm just like going to chests that I know have Eyes of Ender, I put these things in like a couple days ago, so I have no idea where they are. But could there be one here? Yes, there is. There's also a chest all the way over there, which I think has one. Me saying that makes it seem like what I just said is a complete lie. Come to daddy, chest. I'm coming for ya. Wow, wait, this chest actually didn't have anything? That's insane. Okay, I mean, there's only 2 more we have to get. I think they're probably in shulker boxes, because I haven't checked many shulker boxes yet. Like that red one. Come on, have an Eye of Ender. Yes, it actually does. You know what, should we see what nighttime is like? I'm definitely not going out and jumping around when it's night though. You know what, I'm just gonna make diamond pants as well, because I'm kind of scared. You know, maybe nighttime isn't so bad. Yeah, it's all zombies and creepers. Where are the skeletons? Oh, there's a skeleton. Speak of the devil. Ooh, look what I found. Cheeky ender chest, mate. I wonder what I could take from here. Oh my god, there it is, man. Get out of this cursed place. Oh, you've got to be joking me. You have to be joking me, dude. Oh my god, thank god that Eye of Ender didn't pop. Jesus Christ. Dude, that is so lucky, man. Get me out of here. Alright, we successfully beat SKYGRID. Oh, my spawn point is still here. Ow. Honestly, that was pretty easy. I totally wasn't nervous the whole time. Yeah, we did all this in about 5 days. But what could I do in 100 days of SKYGRID? Well, a brand new 100 days adventure is coming soon. Also, what do I do with this big hole now? I've got absolutely no idea. But there's one more thing I have to show you guys, and that is the Block Museum. If you guys want to play on this world for yourself and also try the SKYGRID challenge, well, world downloads are available for channel members. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!